I told my brother, who was residing with me in Alexandria, because we found him in the Superdome after the flood. Okay, and I hadn't seen Raymond in 10 years. My brother right here. All right, and we decided to stay together in Alexandria. And I told him, I said, well, Raymond, and he said, what? I say, I think it's time for me to go. Alexandria was not home. This is home. This is where I live, and this is where I wanted to be at. And I told my brother, I'm going back. I said, are you coming with me? Because I can go by myself.
Yes, it's this my brother Raymond.
Go ahead, girl. I'm coming here.
See? Hey, Raymond.
Hi.
Yes. Right.
What you pinching me for? I'm still alive. Thanks to the Lord, I'm still here.
When you all first came and interviewed us, you know, we didn't have much of nothing. And the grass was high and everything, so now we moved up. We have the weed whacker, a grass hole, cut the grass, and that helps a lot. We're trying to get the neighbors, trying to get them to come back so we can clear this up. Now, my neighbor over there, they came back all right, but they still need to have somebody cut that grass. All right, so we've been working through the neighborhood trying to get them to, not only to do it one time, we have to do it all the time. Okay, because grass is not going to grow like every month. Grass going to grow every day.
It doesn't matter how many times we rebuild, no matter how high the houses are off the ground, that none of that matters. It doesn't matter how many hurricane-proof shutters we put on our houses. We're always going to have flood if we don't do something about the wetlands. We lost about 10 years worth of wetlands in 1 year. Yep. A lot of people do not realize that. Without that wetland sitting in the front of the coast for Louisiana, New Orleans is always going to be the first thing hit because we're the closest. Yep. And we're always going to get all of the water that washes up from the hurricane.
I used to teach English to corporates, business corporates over in Japan. So I did that for about a couple of years, and that was a lot of fun. I got a chance to travel and stuff as well. So I just come back from San Diego, where I've been the last year and a half or so, wrapping up my master's degree. So now I have a Master of Arts in International Relations. The opportunities are few and far between, especially for those of us who are what they classify as young urban professionals, especially the young minorities. We are having great difficulty trying to find employment, really, that matches our qualifications. We're stuck between this invisible bridge that tells us that if we go back and get the old jobs, we're overqualified. But if we try to get any management positions in most of these businesses that are still here, as well as around the country, we're told that we're underqualified. We're the future of the city. And that's the only way the city's going to get up is if they help us get up,
Okay. And you see we have cabinets and everything in the bathroom. See? All right. But like I said, we received this on June, watching on trip. We received this on June the 6th. Okay. So we've been staying in the house from February until June. I know it's a long time, huh?
Yeah.
But it was okay because when they bought the trailer, it was right on time, because if you notice, the temperature started really getting up there, in June. So I was grateful.
We have another brother. He's in Texas.
Okay.
And he's pretty much going to stay in Texas.
Yeah, he's going to stay in
because he doesn't want to rebuild. Our sister-in-law, Tiffany, his wife is from Beaumont, Texas. So her whole family is out there anyway. So he's just going to stay there, put our nephew through school over there, and his wife's a teacher over there. So it makes sense to stay.
Right.
I said we came a long way, all right, and we have a lot more to do, okay, but I have that confidence that when you put all your efforts and put them in order, there's nothing that you can't do. All right? First you have to want to do it, and then you can do it. And that's why I'm here, to show you that I wanted to come back. I wanted this done. And as you can see, my house is good. I'm just waiting for the roofer, I'm waiting for the electrician, and I'm waiting for the contractor. Come on.
The French Quarter's up and running. Uptown is up and running. This is where people go all the time. The people who aren't from New Orleans go here all the time. Every neighborhood, all of the neighborhoods for New Orleanians are in shambles still. It's like they took the tourism areas and fixed them up first, and now it's like we'll take our time with everybody else. And it's not fair, and it's really insulting. And I blame that on our mayor, because it seems like the first thing he worried about was making more money instead of helping people. You know, a lot of us, we're really we're very distraught right now, and people don't know where to go. Right now, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not going to come back to New Orleans, and I want to wait until after hurricane season is over the year after Katrina before I decide to rebuild my house. And that's a good point. But we have people who want to rebuild now. You can't wait for other people to come around and things like that. And that's one of the reasons why our neighborhoods are so bad now, and that's why the schools are so bad now, because people are waiting, and people are waiting too long. And to say we've done about a year, we've been through this for about a year, we've done about 4 months of work, and we've only come up this much compared to this much we have to do, you know, and it's not fair. It's not fair to the people here, and it's not fair it's just not fair to the kids, for one, because they don't have schools to go to, good schools to go to, and a lot of the kids here in the lower Ninth Ward are going to be suffering because the only good school we had here, they're moving across the canal. So the only beacon of light that the little kids had is gone. And I went to that elementary school, and it set us up real well for college, and it's like that school is gone now. And nobody understands that, but they always wonder why they wanted to call the Ninth Ward the ghetto. But as soon as the Ninth Ward tries to build things up, they take it away. Always.
We're sick and tired of having to sit down here waiting for even the basic amenities that everyone else is enjoying. We're cut off from the outside world. Why don't you come down here and stay here for a week, and I guarantee you will not be able to survive 18 hours the way we're living down here. And don't think because we're staying in a FEMA trailer that things have gotten a little bit more special. Just imagine living down here, and you'll see how those folks feel in those third world countries. Everybody down who came back here has already developed with the planning, with all our planners, we now have a neighborhood plan. And we're ready to go. We've been ready to go with this since July 22nd.
All right. I think this one has the most damage because the fact that the floor. All right, this is the kitchen. This is one of the kitchens because I had a kitchen from both sides. And this is all that I have left. All the other china and crystal, all that's gone. It was all stolen. This china that I had is from 1969. And most of it is gone. This is all that I have left. So, like I said, everything was vandalized. This is where you see where we was taking some of the stuff off the walls. This was the worst room.
That was my room.
Looked like it was hitting more from this side. We had cabinets, we had closets. All right. This was also another kitchen here. See, I had a kitchen from both sides. They had a fireplace here. For all of that, like I said, all that's gone. This was another bedroom. And that's a favorite stolen toilet. And that's my son, Rasad. He's sitting on the bed enjoying the air conditioning.
That's true. That's true.
There are some people that hasn't come back, like I say, and hasn't even touched their house, hasn't even looked at their apartment. What about those houses? What about those people?
Well,
I mean, a lot of these people are all over the world. That's the reason why when I went to Sheraton, I said that if you can't bring the people to New Orleans,
Bring
use
New Orleans
cable
to
and bring New Orleans to the people. And just put a number down at the bottom where they can contact the city and let the city know that, yes, I'm interested, and no, I'm not interested.
And it shouldn't have taken a whole year either.
And it shouldn't have taken a whole year. I think they should have gave them so many months to
For me,
come up
I
with
feel like this.
Yes, you
we
come in,
helped
I know
somebody
you're
who was, how old was she? 80,
80, 89 and
89.
and 90 years old.
89 years old. This lady is in her house gutting her own house out by herself.
And
If
when
she
we
can
seen
do it,
we had to go over there and help
definitely
her.
somebody my age can get down here. And most of them my age have cars and everything else. There's no such thing as, oh, well, I can't get down here. If a 90-year-old woman can get down here and take care of her house herself, and I mean, we were so proud of her that we actually started helping her.
And
because
if a 60-year-old woman
she
can help
made-
her gut it
she
out.
made
Come
the
on, she's
initiative,
90,
you know?
I'm 60. We have shovels, you know, and we bash the walls.
Exactly. If they can do
What
it, anybody
excuse do
can,
you have if
okay?
you're younger. There's no excuse.
And to say they have a lot of 40 and 30-year-old people who say, well, I can't get home right now. I don't have the money to get home right now. I don't have the transportation to get home. Yes, you do. You have 2 legs. Use them. Okay?
And then there's a shuttle bus that's right there from Baton Rouge that bring you right to New Orleans.
You have to do something about it. You can't sit here and complain, oh, well, they not doing this and they not doing that. Get up and help. Make a difference. You want something to be changed? Help make the change, you know?
And we're not going to wait forever, waiting for you. I want to go on. I would love to be in my house for Christmas. Not in a trailer. In my home for Christmas with lights on it. That's what my intentions were. That's why I came back in February. And to be in my house, 1001 Jordan Avenue, for Christmas. I didn't care if I didn't have furniture. I'll just have lights on my house and lay on the floor. I didn't care. As long as I'm in my house for Christmas. Okay? I said, I need to go back to New Orleans because this is not working. I said, what do you all do for livelihood here? They said they go to the park. They said they go to, you know, little functions that they have. I said, but your functions are over at 6 o'clock? What type of function is that? He said, but that's what it is. See, look. Now, I have that too. Now, that's my mailman, see? I started that because we didn't have mail service. Hi, Wayne. I'm telling about that service we didn't have.
That you didn't have. Oh,
That we
now
didn't
that
have.
Didn't have, but now
Right.
you have it.
Now I have it, see?
Oh, isn't that
Thank
something,
you.
huh? Good service, huh?
It's late, but thank you.
But that's all right. That's all right.
Here.
That's right. You gonna beat it. You gonna beat it. All right, Miss Parker. You have a nice one.
darling. All right.
Now
you're
you
on
behave
camera.
now. You say nice stuff about us. All right.
Okay.
How y'all doing today? Good. How are you? Y'all have a nice one.
Okay.
All right.
Don't forget next week's TV guide.
You got it, Miss Parker. You had no problems last week, huh, Miss Parker?
That's how I know if that's how I can tell when service is good. When I receive next week's TV guide
Get
this
that
week.
TV guide, huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
I have to receive next week's TV guide this week, then you're on. If I receive it next week, you're late.
Yeah, Miss Parker.
I will.
All of a sudden, water comes in and washes everything away. It was like everything I worked for, I have nothing to show for it. And that's not a good feeling. It's just like everything you accomplish no longer exists. It's ridiculous. I mean, that's something nobody should ever have to experience, you know? Because it's just like your life beforehand, before this hurricane, it's like you never existed. Nothing you ever did ever happened. It's like it's no longer a part of your life. It's like you have to start all over. So everything after I turned 18 is all I have. You know, it's like everything I worked for before that is gone. Everything that brought me to where I am today no longer exists.
So that's my reason why I had to come back. To to give a new beginning, to show people that you can have a new beginning. You may not have what you had before, but it can only get better after Katrina. You can't get worse, you can get better. And I don't think no one can imagine what we've gone through unless you've really gone through it.
Were calling me saying, you need to call the insurance company because your mom is in the newspaper, she's dead. Because they had like the list in the newspaper of everybody who died in the hurricane after a little while, and all the people were still missing. And pretty much if you were still missing after September, after the like second half of September, if you were still missing, you were probably dead. And she was still missing. And everybody's like, your mom's name is in the newspaper, you better get a funeral together. And I'm like, excuse me. And all of my friends are calling, oh, but miss your mama, she was so nice, she cooked so good food, and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay.
All right. But this is what Kara's problem is. Imagine you are scuffled to go through high school. Imagine you've even gotten to be the prime queen, you're the top. Now imagine you done took your ACT test, you scored a 24, 26. Now, I want you to also imagine how happy you are that you have accomplished so much. And you're from New Orleans, Louisiana, from the lower Ninth Ward.
Yeah, well, they
Which
said
is
none of
supposed
us
to
would
be
make it.
where they said that the chances of you making it
Are very, very slim.
was like 10 to none. Okay? Now imagine you have made it thus far. And imagine the only source of income that you had, the only person that you had left because your daddy was murdered in 1999. All you have is your mother. Now, imagine just leaving out and you're going less than a week. But you're happy because you made it and you've gone to New York. You're going to Syracuse University. Your dream has come true. Okay? Now imagine if you just close your eyes. Imagine all that's gone in less than a week. Imagine everything that was about you just disappear. But as far as us leaving, as far as us abandoning our homes, abandoning our neighborhoods, no, I'm a pioneer for the Lower Ninth Ward, for New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been staying here all my life. And it takes more than Katrina to make me leave it.
Good evening. My name is Carolyn Parker. I live at 1001 Jordan Avenue in the Lower Ninth Ward. I came to this meeting to find out what your vision for the Lower Ninth Ward. And not surprised because the vision is not too clear. I'm speaking for the people that's out there that's dispersed all over the United States that cannot get back. If you have Cox Cable, use a channel and show them what they have or what their houses look like. You can't get the people here, then bring it to the people. So I'm asking you, all of you, the whole panel, because I heard nothing really for the Lower Ninth Ward. Those are my family, my friends, my neighbor. I've been down there, yes, I'm telling my age, 59 years. And I know who been here, I know who came, I know who went. So I'm asking you, you named every part of New Orleans, but you never named anything really for the lower ninth ward. So I'm here for those persons who could not get back.